Hi my lovelies, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be discussing the latest immigration changes in the UK. We're going to be looking at the skilled worker visa going rates for eligible occupations and the ineligible occupations. Lots of you have asked in our community section. I'm going to discuss it with you guys so that you know where you belong. If you're already in the UK, this video is for you. If you're outside the UK, this video is also for you. So you need to pay close attention, watch till the end to get the full details so that you know the jobs that can still bring you to the UK with your family. If you're already here, so that you know where to put your head, because things are not smiling. So today's the first time we talk about how to relocate abroad. Do give this video a thumbs up, share to others. If today's your first time, drop a comment saying first timer, and let's get started. So I'll be showing you all the details, but I'll leave the link to this website in the description of this video. Okay, so we're looking at the skilled worker visa. We're looking at the requirement for skilled worker visa. First of all, it says you must meet all the following requirements to be eligible for a skilled worker visa. Your job must be eligible for this visa. You will be working for a UK employer that has been approved by the Home Office. You will be paid at least the minimum salary rate for the type of work you will be doing. The minimum salary for the type of work you'll be doing is whichever is the highest of 41,700. So it has been increased to 41,700 per year, the going rate for the type of work you will be doing. The minimum salary may be lower if you're extending your skilled worker visa or updating it because you have a new job or employer. So now it is basically telling you that your minimum salary may be lower if you are extending your skilled worker visa. This does not apply to those that are still outside the UK. If you're trying to extend your visa, your minimum salary may be lower, okay? Then if you're updating your employer, it might also be low because they've given those that are under the health and care worker visa route until 2028 to switch their visas. If you're trying to update your employers, your minimum salary may be lower. Your employer must make sure your job pays at least the minimum wage and follows the UK rules or how many hours a week you work. Of course, you know that a lot of people moved to the UK, and when they got to the UK, they told them, we have no hours for you. So they are trying to stop such a thing from happening again. That is why your employer must make sure that they have hours for you, because without hours you cannot get paid, okay? And follows the UK rules for how many hours a week you work. If your employer does not do this, your application will be refused. So you need to read all these things if you are in the UK, okay? So check if your job is eligible. Before you can find out if your job is eligible, you need to know its 4-digit occupation code. If you already have a job offer, ask your employer for your occupation code. So if you're already working, which means your occupation already has a code, so ask your employer for the 4-digit occupation code. Look up your job's occupation code here. This is the link here, Castco Occupation Code 2. If you don't know your job occupation code, you can go here to find out. It says not every job title is included. If you cannot find your exact job title, try searching for similar jobs. Make sure the job description matches what you'll be doing. Some similar jobs have different codes. For example, in construction, bricklayers, roofers, and carpenters are eligible for a skilled worker visa, but construction laborers are not. So you need to make sure that the occupation code you're using matches the job you're actually doing. Okay, so for people outside the UK, you can also use this tool to find out if the job that you intend to apply for is eligible. All right, so I'll take you to this page. Click on this link, Castco Occupation Coding Tool. It takes you to this page. So what you do here is to impute your job title. I'll use carer for this example. and click on code. So when you click on it, it brings out all the jobs that are under care, all the occupations that are under care. You can see home care workers, residential care workers, foster carers, nursing auxiliaries, animal care, childminder. So all of them is there. You will now be able to choose the particular one you're doing. So they're all under care. You see the code here. For home care workers, the code is 6135. Find your occupation code by coming to this website. Let's go back to what we are doing. Click here to view the table of eligible jobs to see if it's included. So after going to the Casco coding tool, you find out your job code. You then take it, you go to this page, view the table of eligible occupations. Look at it here. You can download this form. Let's open it. So open it here. Then match your code. Put your code here to match it against this form to see if it is eligible. So 1112 is not eligible for skilled worker visa. Elected officers and representatives, they are ineligible. This occupation code 1112 is ineligible for skilled worker visa. The table is sorted in order of occupation code with the smallest numbers at the top. You may be able to use your web browser to search for it on the page. If you cannot find your job on the list, try looking for similar job titles or the occupation code instead. Use the full words such as laboratory rather than lab. Occupation codes changed on 4th April 2024. Some codes may be different from codes you have used previously. So, eligible for skilled worker as higher skilled, medium skilled, or ineligible. So, if yours is under ineligible, you cannot apply for skilled worker visa. All right. So, put your occupation code, find it, make sure that it is eligible for skilled worker visa. For those that are outside the country as well, check it. You cannot be applying for you cannot be looking for skilled worker visa with an occupation that is ineligible. Like this one, clergy 2463 is ineligible. Quality control and planning engineers, they are higher skilled. Public relations professionals, higher skilled. Electrical and electronics technicians, medium skilled. Engineering technicians, medium skilled, and so on. Non-commissioned officers and other ranks are ineligible as well. So put your occupation code, search for your occupation code to make sure that you are eligible for skilled worker visa. So if you're not, so look at this page. It was updated on the 22nd of July. On the 22nd of July 2025. If your occupation is ineligible, it means that you cannot extend your visa or even switch. It means you cannot extend that visa that you already have because your occupation is ineligible. My subscriber base is outside the UK, so that's why I tend to focus my attention on them. So if you're coming to the UK, if you're moving to the UK as on this skilled worker visa route, make sure that your occupation is eligible. So you need to be looking for jobs on occupations that are eligible for sponsorship. So I'm not going to go through each point because this page is there for you to go through. Okay, you can come and check the immigration salary list, the temporary shortage list. Okay, I opened the temporary shortage list. It says if your job is on the list and it's a medium skilled job, you can make an application if you are switching to the route or applying for entry clearance, as well as extending your permission as a skilled worker. So if you're here or outside, this applies to you. The annual salaries for these jobs are based on 37.5 hours working week. They must be prorated for other working patterns based on the weekly working hours stated by your employer. If you do not know your code, you can search it. We've done that one. If you qualify for the standard rate because you got your first certificate of sponsorship after April 4th, 2024, you should look at the standard rate column. If you qualify for the lower rate, you should look into the lower rate column. You qualify for the lower rate if you got your certificate of sponsorship for your first skilled worker visa before April 2024. You can click on this link to check when you can be paid less. Check if you qualify for PhD salary rates or new entrant rates. Go ahead and do these things yourself, okay? So these are the shortage occupations list: managers in logistics, directors in consultancy, laboratory technicians, quality assurance technicians, IT user support technicians. So there are so many occupations that can actually allow you to move to the UK with your family now. So let's go back to that page. Feel free to explore this temporary shortage list, explore immigration salary list. Then for salary requirements, you will usually need to be paid the standard salary rate of at least 41,700 per year. Your salary is 42,000 per year. That's example, your salary is 42,000 per year, but the annual going rate for the job you will be doing is £5,000. You do not meet the usual salary requirement for this visa. So whichever one is higher is the one you're supposed to take. If your annual going rate for the job is 45,000, that's the one they're going to take, which is this one.
So basically, it means that if you're earning 42,000 in your current job, but the going rate here on this table, this is the occupations going rate. That's the going rate for eligible occupations. If the going rate here is higher than what you're earning currently, you do not meet the skilled worker visa requirements. I don't know if you understand. So if you're earning 42,000, but on this table it says 45, you do not meet the requirement unless your employer decides to increase your salary to 45 or he increases it to 50. So if your salary is like 50,000, they will take it for your visa requirement instead of the 45.
It's a bit confusing, but just look at it very well, okay? Each occupation code has its own annual going rate. Check the going rate for your job in the going rates table. I can't go through all this. If you work in healthcare or education, there are different salary rules, okay, for healthcare and education jobs. You can open it and check. If you do not meet the usual salary requirements and you do not work in healthcare or education, you might still be eligible if your salary will be at least 33,400 per year. So we've checked all these things. Your salary can be lower if you're extending your visa, those that are already here, if you're updating your skilled worker visa. So you can view the list of approved UK employers here. So you need to have a job from any of them. Approved employers are also known as sponsors because they are sponsoring you to come or stay in the UK. If they are not currently approved, they can apply here and they will need to pay the fee. It has been increased to £574 for small businesses and charities, 1,579 for medium and large organizations, and it usually takes around 8 weeks to process a license application. For those of you that are always complaining, is it only COS they are giving me? Why wouldn't they book my flight and all of that? Over entitlement. Check it out. They're already paying. A charity organization, for instance, is already paying £574 for your certificate of sponsorship. So that's a lot. It's a lot to go through, but I just said let me show you guys. For here, let's look at list of approved UK employers. We already have this list: register of worker and temporary worker licensed sponsors. This is the list of registered skilled worker sponsors. So you know how we do it. Copy their names and go to Google and search for them. This list was updated recently, so feel free to copy them and search them out on Google. So I'll just do view online. So this is the list. We already know this list. before, but it's been updated. So check them out. Banking Technology Services Limited, skilled worker, working rate. Worker rating is A. So you just copy and search on Google. So that's how we do it. You copy the names, go to Google and search for them, keep applying, gather your CVs and resumes. So this video has gone too long and I don't want that. So I'll end it here. These changes are a lot. I don't even know where to start from. Check if your occupation is in demand. Check if your occupation is in the list so that you can start applying for jobs. You can still move to the UK with your family, with your dependent. All right, as long as you get the job, you can still be sponsored, but the health and care worker visa is no longer eligible. All right, so you need to bear that in mind, remove it out of your mind, use your degree certificate and look for jobs in the UK. I wish all of you success in your endeavors in job searching, and I pray you get what you're looking for very soon. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Like this video, subscribe, share to others, and I'll see you in the next one.